So in my last video, I had a bit of an encounter with a snake. There it is! Now look, now that I just moved into the country, I realized that some snakes are actually good for the property. They keep away rodents and bad things that can essentially harm your garden. However, I just don't want them in the barn shed area. So what we're going to do in this video is essentially try to de-snake the area or have some sort of preventative measures not to have another snake hanging over my head. And if you're wondering why there's a plastic owl in my hand, apparently these plastic owls are supposed to be a preventative measure against snakes, but they also stop other small rodents and things like that. So after analyzing the shed area, in the back right corner there is an opening, and I could just try to seal that all up with wood, but instead I actually got some sealer foam stuff where essentially you'll spray it and then it expands and hardens, and that should keep snakes out of the shed. Something else I got is this snake away stuff. Apparently it is supposed to keep snakes away, and what you do is you drizzle down some of the sediment that's in here, and then it's going to keep the snakes away from your perimeter. Now, the one thing I don't like about this is that it's not necessarily dangerous for your dog, but it's also not good for your dog. So I'm going to have to create some sort of barrier so my dog Finn doesn't go around trying to sniff and eat this stuff. So in this video, I think we're going to be doing a little bushcraft as well. So let's go ahead and start de-snaking the area. Alright, so here's the entire back shed area. Again, it's really only this one little slit over here that's going to be causing me snake issues of snakes trying to get inside of the shed. So I'm just going to go ahead and seal that all up. And then after this, I'm going to lay down that grain all across the back of the shed area, and hopefully no snakes will be coming anywhere around here. Now the next thing we're going to do is use some of this snake trap poison stuff, and we're just going to lay it all across the back of the shed. That is, of course, after it stops raining. Alright, it stopped raining, so now from here we're going to use this snake deterrent, and I'm going to make a perimeter on the back side of the shed so hopefully snakes get away from the shed area. Now I don't want my dog going behind the shed because, again, this is not necessarily bad for dogs, the snake deterrent, but it's also not good for your dog. So what I'm going to do is bushcraft essentially a little fence on the back sides, and hopefully my dog won't jump over the fence and go and smell that snake deterrent. Now I know what some of you are thinking, can't your dog just jump over the fence? But you're giving way too much credit to my dog Finn. If he sees a leaf in front of him, he gets scared. So that little barrier is going to be plenty enough for him not to want to walk behind the shed. He's just going to see that and be like, well, I can't do that anymore, I quit. That's how Finn is. Now, as far as this plastic owl goes, apparently you're supposed to move it all around the yard like 3 times a week. So I found a stick that fits perfectly inside the owl, and I'm just going to find a random place to put this owl down, and hopefully it will deter the critters from the barn area. So yeah, here's the owl. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, my name is Marcus. I hope you please subscribe, comment, like the video. I just moved out here to the country, so I'm still learning. A lot of these fixes are not permanent, they're very temporary, but they still need to get done. So again, thank you so much for everything, and we'll see you later.